Hi there and welcome to News 9. I'm Khushi and today I have with me an internet sensation. He's the voice behind the viral song which is stuck on everybody's lips, including mine. The song that you, dear viewer, cannot have possibly missed while scrolling through your Instagram feed. And if you haven't guessed it already, I'm talking about Chaand Baaliyan and the singer Aditya A. Aditya, welcome.
Thank you, Khushi. Thank you for having me on your show.
Aditya, your previous song is already such an Instagram reach, and you're already back with another foot tapping number, which is Right Wali Payal. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Now we know how Chaand Baaliyan came into being. It started with a simple complaint by your wife, if I'm not wrong. So
Yes.
I'm really intrigued to know what was the real story behind Right Wali Payal. Going by the lyrics, did you actually, lose somebody's pile or keep it with you just for fun? What was the story?
Yeah, so that actually happened. We were on a vacation in Shimla and my wife had lost one of the anklets.
Okay.
And she was just frisking the luggage to find it. And I was like, मुझे एक idea आ रहा है and I need half an hour to compose this song. And fortunately, she said, ठीक है, तुम कर लो, मैं ढूंढ लेती हूँ तब तक.
That's all it was.
That's how. Yeah.
Did you ever find a pile or did you actually have to go to an expensive store and buy her a new one?
No, we found the pile, but in the song, I have taken my liberty to, recreate it. Well, I mean, change the ending.
So now this song comes right after this huge success of Chaand Baaliyan. And of course, in between, you've delivered so many other songs as well. Hirya, Yaratu, all of which have recorded over 1 million views. So when you compose these new, like for example, for Right Wali Payal, when you compose this song, was there ever a moment of anxiety for you or has it always been a fun process?
No, there was no anxiety. I try to enjoy the process and have fun when I'm composing and writing the songs. So yeah, I don't. I just leave the baggage behind about the publicity and promotion and marketing when I'm composing, because the creative zone you have to be go with a very happy and free mind.
Right. So speaking of creative zone, one of the reasons your songs are so loved is not just for its melody or simplicity, but how beautifully you have romanticized the mundane conversations, little things. I mean, for example, this incident where she lost her pile, who could have thought this big song ban jayega? So like you said, it took just half an hour for you to write. So what goes on in your mind? What is this creative process like?
So it's different with each song that I'm doing, because every idea is a new one, and you have to try out various permutations and combinations of lyrics and melody, which one is suiting the best. So yeah, I tried writing in half an hour, but I mostly jot down ideas initially, and then when I have a lot of time, I then finalize them. So that's how it happened. The ending was done later कि वो नहीं वाली, but yeah, initial idea हो गया था lyrics का.
In one of your interviews, you had even mentioned how while this one time when you were running one of your pathology tests, I think in your lab, how when you're running a test, tabhi suddenly you get this creative buzz and you jot down the ideas. Is that how it always is?
Once in a while that happens, when you're just आप लैब में इतना कोई हेक्टिक काम नहीं होता है and you're just sitting sometimes, तो कई बार आइडिया आ जाता है दिमाग में, तो मैं फोन में नोट कर लेता हूँ, कुछ लिरिक्स होता है तो कुछ ट्यून होता है तो मैं फोन में रिकॉर्ड कर लेता हूँ. So that happens.
How do you juggle with this though? One side there's medicine and one side there's this creative zone. Has there ever been a conflict, any stressful situation? How do you manage to strike that balance?
So it gets a little hectic at times, but right now I'm concentrating more on music, and I've like outsourced the lab part. So I'm basically into music now full time.
Well, now that you're into music, and every artist at some point they face this thing known as a creative block. Does that ever happen with you, and how do you overcome?
That happens twice a day. It happens daily. So whenever I have so block तो बहुत common चीज है, like in every song it happens, I think. So you take your time off and you stop working on that song, and either you start working on some other song or you take time off from music itself. So it's a different approach every time.
And when you write these songs, like for example, most of the times they're inspired from your personal life. So I'm sure your wife must be the first person who probably gets to hear it before it's out for the world. So is she also, does she also has a role, does she has a say in it? Is she your biggest critic?
हाँ मतलब एक्चुअली वो बहुत ज्यादा नहीं सुनती है मेरे गाने, बट
Okay.
मैं एक बार सुना, हाँ मैं सुना देता हूँ उसको, सो आई जज बाय हर रिएक्शन कि कैसा जा रहा है गाना। कई बार आई सी माई डॉटर डांसिंग टू वन ऑफ माई बीट्स, तो मुझे लगता है हाँ ये शायद सही है, सो प्रोबेबली इट माइट वर्क। सो आई टेक हिंट्स फ्रॉम द रिएक्शंस ऑफ पीपल अराउंड मी।
Now that you mentioned dancing to the beats, it reminds me that every time a song goes viral and we open a social media, there are 1,000 covers on that song, or there are different renditions and versions by different artists, lofi version, slow version. So for you as an artist, when you see so many aspiring artists give their own take to it, how does that feel for you when your song is being received in so many ways?
It feels great, when people want to sing your song and they do so much of hard work in recreating it. कुछ तो
Right.
बहुत अच्छे हैं, मतलब मुझे एक दो में तो ऐसे भी लगा है तो ओरिजिनल से बेटर लग रहा है। सो
Really?
yeah, so people work hard like on recreating the song, and it obviously encourages me to make more music.
Of course. We're waiting to hear more and more from you. And well, speaking of social media, also, I think this is something you would definitely agree with me on, that, in the past 2 decades, thanks to social media, it has been instrumental in redefining the independent music scenario. So, how do you see this? Where do you see the future for this, for today's indie artist? I mean, today you don't need a big label to back you, not necessarily. So, how do you see that?
I think it's a great thing that you can showcase your work on your own, and you can put it out for the people to hear and see you. And it has its advantages and disadvantages. I think many times people put out work that is not even complete.
Right.
So, I mean, but I think quality always comes up on its own. So it happens, yeah.
Where it has happened for you. And you have previously expressed your desire to work in Bollywood. So is that calling happening anytime soon?
Let's hope it happens soon. I
Yeah,
would love to work for films. Yeah.
we would also love for your songs while we are watching a movie. We would love for those songs to play.
Thank you.
And I think this brings me to my favorite part of the interview. I'm sure yours as well. This is the part where I ask you to sing a few lines from your new track. So please go ahead.
Sure. Can you hear the guitar?
Yeah.
राइट वाली पायल गुम गई, लेफ्ट वाली सिंगल हो गई। राइट वाली पायल गुम गई, लेफ्ट वाली सिंगल हो गई। बैठा हूँ नुक्कड़ वाली कॉफी की दुकान पे, आजा हम ढूंढेंगे यहीं